Hi, welcome. Welcome to ReligionWinked TV. But today we are hosting Black Facts in Reality. So I like to say be far with me or be far from me, right? Because there's just some things in history that black people did, we accomplished, we overcame, we invented. So today I'm going to start off Black History my on my channel. And looking in hindsight, I should have did it on the first of the month and kept it going all month long. But we're gonna have a really good time on this channel, celebrating blackness and black people and things like that. So, welcome to Religion Wink TV. I'm your host, Drew, and I like to say, my spiritual ears stay. All right. So, what we're gonna talk about today is 11 essential minerals that's known to mankind to survive on. And I'm just going to read a verse from the Bible that shows me and that I believe Adam, which means created from the grounds, is the first black man ever created. So we're going to pay tribute to our forefather in that sense, Adam. And I'm just going to read Genesis 2. First of all, before I do that, let me just read to you right here. I have it up. Well, let me do this. I'm going to play this song. It's called Trapped. And a lot of people are trapped in the illusion that black people didn't invent anything. Black people never owned anything. Black people were never allotted land and inheritances. I'm speaking from God in a biblical sense. They think that, black people just on the face of the earth and we really didn't contribute to much of anything. So I'm going to start off with Adam. I'm going to start off with the first man I believe is created by God. Well, formed. There's created man, there's made, there's formed. We're going to, get into that in the second video. I'm going to keep this really, really short. I'll give people time to come in. I'll pull up my chat. Good morning. But let's just walk this thing out. I got a lot of good things planned for this channel today. I do have time, so give me a moment to get where I need to be. And let me play this song. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Let me take these off because I really don't need them right now. 11 essential minerals that we need, that people need to sustain us, right? You can absolutely find them in the ground as well. We know God created Adam. God forms him. He put the dew, the mist, everything over the ground, right? He went deep down in the ground, right? And when he came up, he didn't come up with a white substance. Disclaimer, this isn't racist, this is facts. Today we're talking about black facts in reality. My acronym is BFAR. Be far with me or be far from me, right? Because there's some truth in history that represents who we are as a people, especially in the eyes of God. So my first video today, I'm like, Lord, what are we going to talk about? He said, talk about Adam. So I remember hearing a story a long time ago, Time Life magazine. I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. So if you ever heard this or you know where it is, by all means, put the link in this video, right? So Adam, we know that there's 11 essential minerals that's found in us and that's found in the ground. Adam's name means ground. Adam. See, we say Adam, but there's that little hyper, that link there. A link. A lot of the Bible names we say is Adam. You gotta put the I don't know a lot of languages, no, but I know how to pronounce a lot of things that's foreign to the English language. You know what I'm saying? When I'm reading. So anyway, Adam, when the music go off, I'll start reading. Let me just set up the backdrop. Adam is the first man created, right? Adam's name means literally in the dictionary, the world's Bible, ground. So I heard this story years ago in time like that. The black man has the same essential minerals that comes from the ground that we need to sustain ourselves. And I started, doing research. I was paying attention to it a little bit. And then they came out with this article again, Adam and Eve was found. And I said, well, you know what? Let this be. Let's go back to the first black man. Let's pay homage there, okay, that way. When the music go off, hi to who's watching, hey. I'm going to go ahead and read 11 essential. I was blogging and blogging. I've been looking for different articles, and there's a lot of blogs out there that says these 11 essential minerals are these right here. And then I'm going to go to a chart that shows you what's found in the ground. And the next time you go to your doctors, ask to be tested for these levels, because these are the real crucial levels that I believe man needs to sustain himself. And that's why God said eat certain foods in the Bible, because these same foods contain essentially the same minerals that we're going to, hear, because they as well, except for the fish, come from the ground, right? So and even in the water, there's earth and ground and crust, right? Earth, crust, in the water as well. There's the bottom of the sea, right? So even in fish, you may find these essential minerals. I know you're not going to find them in pork. I know that. Okay, so let me go ahead and read to you. And if there's any glare, I'll try to keep my eyes down. I used to be a photographer for Olin Mills, and I used to be like, tuck your head down, but unfortunately the light is everywhere, and I do need them to read. So the first one is, of course, calcium. We all know about calcium. The second one is potassium. We all know about potassium. But now we get into things like selenium. I bet you a lot of you don't know that selenium is essential to us. So if you take vitamins or if you're eating food, look for food selenium rich, that has some selenium in it. And believe it or not, sodium. Sodium is a crucial essential part, because I know where water is, there's sodium. One pulls the other out. It's like osmosis. They transfer in and out the cells together. And we have zinc. So don't, sleep on zinc. Make sure that you consume your body with zinc. Thank you for the one person watching. I do appreciate that. And so chloride. Chloride is essential to man. Copper is essential to man. Fluoride is essential to man. Iodine is essential to man. And iron and magnesium. So I'm going to go over to the other chart real quick and let you know what's in the ground. And then I'm going to read you the Bible context that supports all of this. So minerals and elements in the Earth's crust. This is a partial periodic table, but it breaks down 9 things on this chart here that absolutely is the elements in the Earth's crust. So remember, God didn't do anything superficial. He didn't stay on the surface of the ground to create Adam. He went all the way down in the earth, and he didn't come up with anything white, right? So he came up with a black substance and created a man. Well, we're going to see created, formed, made. We're going to see the difference here. But Adam was absolutely formed, it says here. And then there's places where people are created, people are made. In the second video I'm going to do after this, the dominion of a black man, is definitely going to tie into the whole dominion from one chapter and get further into the creation of Adam. Well, the formation of Adam. So here we have oxygen, right? So again, we know surfacely we all need oxygen to live. But there's silicone, right? We have aluminum. Here goes where we're going to get into some of the things that mimic. I couldn't find much of a better table, but at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these things are definitely on the elements we just read. We have the iron, the calcium, the sodium, the potassium, and the magnesium. So if I did a little bit more research this morning, I'm quite sure I would have found everything else. And then God, he's kind of, strategic at how he do things. And then man, maybe it's 11 essential minerals, maybe it's just the 5 that matched up. But what I'm going to do right now is read you the Bible verse here, Genesis chapter 2:7, and it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, the dust. So maybe he didn't have to go all the way down, but the dust of the ground is like crust. I believe I don't think he stayed superficial. If he could put a dew over the ground, I think he went down in it. It doesn't matter. We're this color and we have this. Remember I said next time you go to the doctors, get tested for these things and see where your levels are, right? But we're Adam. The name Adam means ground. Okay, so it's 11 minutes. I'm about to wrap this up, you guys. It means ground. So I'm just trying to tie in because we're going to talk about the dominion of a black man, and we're going to study Genesis chapter 2. And I'm going to teach you 11 things that represents the dominion. But some people are a little shameful and don't realize that they are still in the garden. They just naked and ashamed, unlike Adam and Eve were when they were naked and unashamed. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, Adam and the Lord God formed a man of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. That's where you get your life from. When I hear people say, ooh, this person just gave me my life, I'm like, take it from God all you want. Words produce life or death. You are justified by your words, or you are condemned by your words. If that person is giving you life, that person probably can give you death. You understand what I'm saying? Be careful what you say and how you say it, because words are valuable, y'all. If you don't learn anything else from what I'm about to say right now, words are valuable. It says, let me read it again. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, right? And man became a living soul. That's it. That's my teaching today. So going in, I like my videos to tie in. Going into the next video, we're going to see how this living soul gets his name. We're going to see how animals are formed. We're going to see how Eve was made. See how Adam was formed. We're going to see how Eve was made. We're going to see how God created the heavens and the earths, the genie, how we're going to see that there's more than one heaven. We're going to break down Genesis 2 like you've never seen it before, because this truly is the dominion of the black man. There's 11 essential minerals according to doctors and worldwide, reports that's out there that says is crucial to man. I always go back to the first man I believe was created was Adam. Couple years back, I read an article that said, there's some truth to Adam having these minerals in him. And I remember he's formed from the ground. So let's see what's in the ground. You know what I'm saying? And let's kind of tie it together. And I believe I did this in this video. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you. Let me see. I do appreciate you. I'm ReligionWinked TV. This is an episode of Black Facts and Reality, BFAR, right? That's my acronym. BFAR with me or BFAR from me. Because people will try to manipulate you to believe that black people never existed in the Bible, don't exist too much today, and don't have any input. I have a list, if you bear with me, of a lot of black inventors we will be going through today. Try to make it a little fun. I'll give you the year July 12th, 1885. I'll give you the name of the inventor. And I'll give you 3 categories he could have created. And you let me know if you can guess which black inventor created the 3 items I give you to choose from. It is what it is, but my spiritual ears stay ringing. I appreciate you guys so much. Share this video because there is some truth to Adam being the first man created, Adam being created from the ground. His name is transitioned over to Adam, really. Adam means made from the ground of the grounds. I showed you 11 essential minerals that was on the board here today. There was 5 that matched up with the from what was in the ground. So 5 out of the 11 match up. It sounds like we on a roll here to, tie it together. Also, before I go, there's other things in the earth like galena, pirate, copyright, calcite, bauxite, magnetite, hanantite, and ruatite. Don't ask me why God ain't really used any of these, or maybe he did and it's just not something we need today to sustain us. But eat more food from the grounds because that's where man was created and that's where we need to be sustaining ourselves from. The processed foods and the foods that we eat daily is not really good for us. And once we, God's people, get back to the way he called us to live and how he created us and formed us, that's when we'll begin to live again. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching Religion Week TV, and you all have a great day. When the music ends, I'll be ending the live. Thank you. Coming right back before 10 o'clock because I have it all lined up. The dominion of a black man. We're going to talk through Genesis 2 and see what it was really like to be in the Garden of Eden. And again, let me just tie it together here. Some of the things we're going to see, how God rested from the work he created. Some of the things we're going to see is how God rested from the work he created. We're going to see multiple heavens. We're going to see how God formed Adam, but then name him and go a little further with putting him to sleep, right? And forming Eve or making Eve out of him. We're going to explore the garden and exactly what was in it. We're going to understand the rivers that went separate ways because there's some misunderstanding in history as to what river. There's 2 Euphrates, 2 Tigris. We're going to see what God says about these rivers. What was forbidden? God says it in chapter 2. It may have played out in chapter 3, but it was commanded in chapter 2. How animals was formed. I said how Eve was made. How 2 flesh joined in marriage become one. And how not to be ashamed in the presence of God. Whether you naked or clothed with the finest of array right now. How not to be naked. How not to be ashamed when you're naked in front of God. The thing of it is people, black people are still in the garden. Naked. Just like Adam and Eve are and was in chapter 2. Just many of you are ashamed. You're naked and you're ashamed. And you don't know that you're still in the garden because of your shamefulness. Some of the shame put on the black community is not our problem. And we are going to explore that in the dominion of a black man. Stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye. I'll let the music play out. And then, nope, we'll leave it like that. The dominion of a black man. Let me just run through my title again. BFAR, Black Facts and Reality TV. on this channel today. Be far with us or be far from us when it comes to black people, because black people do have a voice and we do have a place in this world, especially the Bible. And with our forefather being Adam and he coming from the ground, there's some essential minerals in the ground that man needs today to sustain themselves. So this has been 11 minerals that you can find in us, that's found in the ground, and I do believe found in the first man called Adam, because Adam means ground. So have a good day. I'll see you in a little while. Part 2. Well, the continuation is the dominion of the black man. Now that we know Adam is the first black man, let's see what his dominion was like in chapter 2 of Genesis.